Hello, my little bear cubs. This is Colton, Bear Scare Beauty, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be doing something that I keep saying I don't like doing, but I keep doing, and I had totally resigned myself to being I'm only going to spend the money on pro brands like Viseart, Krylon, and Inglot from now on, because I'm kind of sick of the massive consumerism game and all that, and blah, 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 blah. And the last few consumer or prosumer grade products I purchased, I've been a little disappointed in. And then BH Cosmetics had to just absolutely come for me. I know Smoky Glow talked about this, how all the seasonal releases right now are like Christmas season or fall, blah, 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 blah. But there's no Halloween. There's no horror themed, whatever. So then BH came out with their Drop Dead Gorgeous collection, and I bought it at 12:01 midnight. It just came here today, so it's been a little over a week. I paid for expedited shipping, and I'm not proud of that. So we're gonna do an unboxing and first impression. I was so goddamn excited for this, you don't even know. So I got it. I did open it and take a look at it already because I heard it get delivered this morning, and I just heard clop, 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 someone walking up my stairs, knock, 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 thud, clop, 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 clop. I'm just like, oh man. They just straight up threw it at my door, didn't they? So I got it, and one of the shades was broken. And I did repress it. It repressed wonderfully, so I'm glad about that. It's not BH's fault. It sucks, though. So without further ado, we're just gonna get into it. I got the brushes. This is the Drop Dead Gorgeous Killer Queen. I did already look at these. I just wanted to show off the packaging. We got this cute little, super glittery brush holder. This is just a brush bag covered in E6000 dipped in glitter. There's a glop right here. I don't really know if you'll be able to see it on camera. That's just a clear glop of glue. So I'm not super impressed with this, but I think the brushes were only $12, so whatever. I do really like BH's brushes though. I have their Smokey Eye Brush Kit, which if you're just getting into makeup, I'd seriously recommend. It's a really comprehensive brush set, great quality. So these are the brushes that you get. We have an angled liner brush, we have kind of a tapered shadow brush, we have a flat concealer and shadow brush, we have a nice, super tiny pencil and detailing brush. We have a really great crease blending brush. Now, this is the exact shape of brush that I love to blend with. It's tapered and a little blunter at the top. And then we have a big fluffy all over blending brush. I have one similar to this from their Smokey Eye collection, but it's more tapered at the bottom, so it domes out more at the top. These do feel, I'd say, equally as soft as the Smokey Eye collection that they have, but they're more densely packed, so we'll see how those go. By the way, I am just straight up shaking right now. I've had a lot of caffeine today and not a ton to eat, so. This is the Drop Dead Gorgeous Full On Crazy. I know the name might be a little, I guess, derogatory and exclusionary to those with mental illness and things like that. I don't think that's how it was intended. This is kind of a Halloween slasher themed palette. These are the shades we have, starting from the red, working our way back. We have Vamped, Savage, Dazed, Poison, Alarming, Outrageous, Shrill, Dramatic, Sweet as Sin, and Black Magic. These are the shimmers in the Full On Crazy palette, starting from the red, working our way back. We have The Devil Wears It, Saint, Ravishing, and Stunner. I'm really excited about this matte red, and this one up here, Poison. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, is a super deep blue, so I'm really excited. And then we also have this gorgeous red. This one right here, this shimmer, was the one that came broken, and I'm really sad because, it's gorgeous. It's like a mirror. I do want to say, I think the reason why it broke is because it's incredibly softly pressed, because I broke it up, obviously, and I had to barely touch it and it crumbled. So, and then we have the little bit psycho I really like this. I think if you don't want, because that's a little bit more of a rainbow palette, I know some people were like, I don't get how that's slasher or Halloween or something like that. It really gives me like 1980s, like classic slasher flick feels to me. I actually really love it. And I don't really have like a solid rainbow palette in my collection. I know a lot of people probably do, but you know. And this one is really great. It also has the matte red and the yellow and the black, so it does have 3 repeat shades. So I'd say if you don't want to get the full-sized one, just get this one. But it also has this beautiful deep red, this really great like purple, almost duochrome shimmer called Sinner, and then this really great like pink shimmer called Showy. This is the Little Bit Psycho palette. These are the 2 mattes that aren't in the full-on crazy. From the white one, we have White Lies, and the deeper red is Knockout. These are the 2 shimmers in the Little Bit Psycho palette that aren't in the full-on crazy. The bright pink one is Showy. The deeper duochrome red-green one is Sinner. And then we have the Drop Dead Gorgeous Glitter Blood. This is just kind of cute, like, you know, whatever. This isn't, if you don't want it, don't get it. It's a little tiny thing of glitter blood. It's just glitter in a monomer. It's cute. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna use it today, because it's cute. Alright, you spooky bitches. Also, I'm wearing this really slutty top today because I wanted to. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Eye Primer in the shade Sin. None of these have mirrors. I'm kind of fine with that. I don't need any more mirrors, right? If you're a beginner to makeup and this is your first thing, you might honestly just want to buy a compact anyways, but I can almost guarantee you that you have another compact that has a mirror in it, so don't complain, just use it. I'm just going to take a little bit this kind of light lilac shade called Sweet as Sin on that big fluffy brush. These are a little powdery. I don't mind that if it works, right? Sometimes good shadows are powdery, sometimes there's not. I'm just going to use that and I'm going to kind of set all over the eye. I just want to make sure that there's nothing like too tacky on my eye. I know sometimes whenever I use the Urban Decay primer, it can be like a little sticky feeling. I think the first shade I'm gonna dip into is going to be this Knockout. It's the really deep red with that kind of tapered, fluffy blending brush. And I'm just gonna blend that into the crease. I'm gonna keep it a little higher if I can, because I kind of want to do a cut crease with this. Flick it out because I really want like an extreme wing. That's definitely just a light wash of color, but I am blending it out. I'm not packing it on and blending it out. I'm immediately just blending. It does blend really nicely, so I'm just gonna go in a little bit more. I really want to see how much we can build this up. I was gonna say, I may end up packing it on and blending it out, though I'm not like the biggest fan of doing that anymore. I know sometimes it works a little better for like my eye shape, but I don't know, something about it just hasn't super been working for me lately. I mean, that is a really nice color. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. I think it might actually be showing up on camera more than it is my actual face. I'm gonna go in through a third dip. I don't really think that's that bad. Once again, these shadows are really powdery. I think they're really softly pressed, which is fine. I don't think 3 dips in is that bad for like getting a base of color down. And then I'm gonna continue blending out the edges with some of the more vibrant red, which is called Vamped. Ironically, I just want a deeper, vampy look today. Okay, so 3 dips in, that's what we got. It's really good. It looks a little more blocky on camera than it is in real life, but that's pretty good for like a sub $20 palette that's a matte red. I'm alright with that. Take that same tapered brush. I'm gonna dip into that Vamped. It's a really vibrant red, and I'm just gonna use it to kind of like blend out the edges. That's a really nice shade. It's not ultra pigmented on like right now for what I'm using it for, but I can definitely tell there is pigment to it because wherever I'm putting it down, there's a lot of color. But it blends out really nicely. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with that. I'm alright with her. She can stay. I'm not kicking her out of bed. Kind of angling the brush up now. I usually try to like bring it straight forward, which better way to, you know, do it. But I'm just kind of angling it up to make sure I kind of get that nice. I am probably going to deepen up the crease with a black before I cut it, just because I really want a lot of drama. Just kind of round out the shape a little bit right there. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna dip back into that Sweetest Sin. That's the almost white shade. And I'm just gonna kind of like use it to just blend the very edge of those reds, just because I think it's a little harsh right now, which I don't really fault the shadows for. I think that's more user error. I'm not really used to these brushes, and these brushes are a little stiff compared to the other BH ones, so. Okay, there we go. I've kind of softened the upper edge. This might be a gaff, but I'm gonna take that like kind of fluffier brush. I'm just gonna dip the tippiest tip into the black, just the tippy-most tip. And I'm gonna kind of go like right in the crease, and I'm gonna work it up. So I always find blacks are the ones that are either like pitch black, ultra pigmented, or it's just like, okay, well, I've rubbed charcoal on my eye and it's gone now. Cool. Great, thanks. Just what I always wanted. Yeah, I mean, that black's not bad. Not the best I've ever used, but not the worst. I know that sounds like really middle of the road, but I mean, it really is just like a really average black. It's not a make or break. It's just kind of like, yeah, all right. Like, she showed up for work. She's a little hungover, but like, she's there. She clocked in on time. It blends out really nice though, actually. I will give it that. It blends out really nice, and it still maintains like a level of opacity to it, so you definitely know it's like a black rather than a muddy gray. I'll give it that. I will give it that. I'm really impressed with BH, to be frank. I'm not trying to like suck anyone's dick here, but I'm actually thoroughly impressed with them. I do want you to keep in mind this might be the 5th time I've reached into the black to build it up. That is simply because I want to like really blend it out, because if it's just in my crease, you're not going to be able to see it when I cut the crease. However, if I start blending it up more into the red, you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna work on kind of blending it out a little bit too, so I can start building up the edge of the wing. I'm just gonna do that really gently. I need to stop cutting you guys out of what I'm doing here. I'm sorry, but I'm more important here. Also, I mean, yeah, you want a good wing, you're gonna have to practice the flicking motion. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Also, I am turning the brush sideways and running it through my eye like that, so the tip is in the crease, but the sides are kind of what's blending it out and doing the work. This is a good eye brush shape, actually. I know, I'm sure I'm Johnny-come-lately to this, but this is a really good eye brush shape. You can really see I've defined it there, so at least when I open my eyes, you can still see some of the black. I'm gonna take that flat, that kind of like small shadow brush, and I'm gonna use some of the NYX Glitter Primer. For those of you who watch me for a while, you know that I basically always have to use something really tacky to put a shimmer down, otherwise it just transfers all the way up to my eyebrows. So I'm gonna do that, and I am gonna try to cut my crease the tiniest bit lower. Gonna take that thin little bullet brush. I'm just gonna use the shade That Broke. I really liked that. Stunner. God, it's a little crumbly, but like I said, it was pressed really soft. It's really fucking pretty. Oh my god, my eyelid is sticking to itself. Oh, I may have gone a little too high on the cut crease. I will absolutely cop to that. That's my fault. You can't really see the black anymore. I'm gonna take the angled brush. I'm gonna dip back into that black, and I'm just gonna gently try to and then use that kind of fluffier pointed brush again. I know this might kind of get some of the shimmer everywhere because it is really crumbly, but I just like that black, and I really want to make sure that there's like a slight definition to the cut crease. I'm kind of into this. I am not mad at this. I need to wipe the sweat from my brow. I need to get a drink of coffee so I can continue shaking. I am gonna take Knockout on that fluffy, kind of tapered blending brush, and I'm really gonna pack it on here. It doesn't, well, I mean, it could just be the brush, but it's not really packing with this brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Knockout, and then I'm just gonna dip slightly into the black just to kind of blend them. So I can get like a deeper shade, I guess. Wow, everything does blend out really nicely. I am gonna take Knockout, and I'm gonna use it to kind of blend it into the shimmer shade so there's not such a harsh line. And then I'm just gonna do that by taking it on the side of that black and flicking it inwards, and then taking it and then pulling it outwards so you get a nice diffusion into the shimmer. I'd say for $20, it's... I am happy. I'm surprised. Not that... Okay, so like I said, very, very powdery. I'm not leaving dents, it's just really powdery. I've only used one BH product before, and I was really impressed. I did really like it. It was I think it's $19.99, and it's one of my favorite shadow palettes, ever. I'd say it ranks below my Juvia's Place palettes and well below the Viseart palettes. But for 20 bucks, it's real good, actually. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I've done the laziest thing I could possibly imagine with my brows and just dipped a spoolie in pomade and ran it on them. They're a little bit much. Also, these are the eyes. This one's a little more rounded, this one's a little more not, because my eyes are two completely different shapes, and I can't really seem to make them even on myself. Sorry. I'm going to run some red under my eyes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in with Vamped, the more vibrant red, and just run that all under my eyes. Did I mention I put fake lashes on? Because I put fake lashes on. And I'm gonna take the bigger, fluffier brush, and I'm really gonna blow that out. I'm just gonna take some Miron Paradise paint in the shade Red. I don't know why I had to say it like a beauty guru, or why I thought you would care. And I'm just gonna paint some bloody tear drips. Now we're gonna use the little blood gloopies. Oh yeah, it comes with like a really fine-tipped applicator. Can you just focus for once in your goddamn life, camera? Thank you. And I'm gonna kind of cover the blood drops with it. It's not as sheer as I thought it would be. It actually has like a kind of a weird, like, fake blood consistency, which is interesting. Yeah, it smells like Elmer's glue. I wonder if it's just Elmer's glue. Okay, I mean, that actually has a lot of glitter in it. My lips are a little lacking right now. I think I'm gonna do the little like weird peach lips today. I'm just gonna take the remainder of the foundation that I was using that hasn't dried yet and just kind of tap it over my lips. All right guys, here we are with this final look. Let me know what you think. Okay, wow, that was a lot. So, what have we learned here today? The full-on crazy, I actually really like this. I'm going to continue playing around with it, though as far as the first impression, they are very soft, they are very loose. The shimmers that I used in this palette today I really liked, and the mattes that I used today were really good. I have a fair amount of faith in the rest of this palette. Like I said, the 1991 palette was great, and if they can do a really good matte red, I'm really excited to use this purple called Dazed and this pink called Outrageous. Really excited to use those. If you just want one piece from this, and you're just kind of looking for more everyday looks, I think the Little Bit Psycho is going to be right up your alley. Black, white, 2 other mattes, fantastic, 3 really versatile shimmers that are really pretty. I think this is really all you would ever need. You can lighten the shades, you can darken the shades, and the yellow, the red, the deeper red knockout and the lighter red actually form a really cohesive color story, I think. So that's really great. I really like that. I mean, the blood glitter is fun. If you want something goofy, it's fun. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's a fair amount of glitter in there, and I mean, it's goofy, you know, right? The brushes, it's cute. It's really shiny. It's just straight up E6000 with glitter on it. Yeah, it even smells like E6000, which, I mean, it was like, I think it's like $12. I'm not expecting the world. The brushes themselves are pretty good. I think these standouts would be the tiny blender and this like kind of triangular shaped blender. They're decent. They're not the greatest brushes I've ever used. They're, I'd say, not as good as the Smokey Eye collection from BH, but I'm not really sure if that's just like the range of brushes or actually how they're made. They're very cute. They're like full, they have a metal ferrule, and I guess the body is also metal. So I mean, this is cute. You could travel with this and like the Little Bit Psycho and the blood glitter. So if you want just like fun, on the go, flashy, I'd say this is worth it. The whole collection cost me about $75. I think it was, or excuse me, $65. I think it was $75 with shipping. Like I said, I paid expedited shipping because I really wanted it. I'm gonna be giving y'all more looks. This was just a first impression look. I do really like it. On camera, I think these come out a little more berry toned than they are in person, though I do think the vamped does blend out to be a little more berry. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just an observation. I am curious just to use vamped and maybe one other color on a look, just to do something a little more simple, so I'll probably do that next. Solid collection. I think I give it like a 7 out of 10. Remove the brushes, it'd probably be like an 8 out of 10. They are really good palettes. They're relatively cohesive for being a rainbow palette. They really do give me like Halloween, like 1980s bimbo being chased by a killer slasher vibes, which I'm so cool with. I really love that. That's absolutely my aesthetic. I got a pretty good like goth boy look. I'm not even wearing highlighter today. Just look at how fucking radiant I am right now. No highlighter. So that is everything I have for you today. Thank you so much, my little bear cubs, for watching. Once again, this is Colton with Bear Scare Beauty. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It'd really mean a lot to me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's Bear Scare Beauty, the same way it's spelled here. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.